The marriage of the Spanish kings, an unbreakable tragedy. For many years, the image of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia has been often seen by the Spanish public as a modern, elegant and rational royal couple. However, behind the smiles in front of the cameras and public appearances is a tense and cold reality, carefully hidden within the ancient stone walls of the Zarzuela Palace. Sources close to the royal family and especially the press specializing in the life of the Spanish royal family have gradually revealed irreparable cracks between Felipe VI and Letizia. According to some veteran journalists, since 2023, the relationship between them and their husband has completely broken down, the main cause of which is the controversial name, Jaime del Burgo. Jaime del Burgo and the marriage bomb. Jaime del Burgo, a lawyer and longtime friend of Queen Letizia, was rumored to be her former lover, even her real lover, before she married Crown Prince Felipe. Their secret relationship, though never officially confirmed, was resurfaced in late 2023 by a series of private messages and old photos leaked, allegedly evidence of a years-long affair. The story quickly spread through the media, causing a stir in Spanish society. Some royal commentators claimed that King Felipe had known about the shady relationship between his wife and Del Burgo for a long time, but chose to keep quiet for the sake of the monarchy and the country's stability. However, what surprised the people the most was not the affair, but the big question: why didn't Felipe VI divorce? The Letizia trap. The chilling answer came from a controversial figure in Spanish politics and justice, José Manuel Villarejo, a former police commissioner who is known for exposing high-profile scandals through secret recordings. In an interview with Ana Rosa Quintana, a famous Spanish television journalist, Villarejo claimed that he had recordings that showed Letizia blackmailing King Felipe VI. According to him, the Queen holds a large amount of top-secret information related to the inner life of the Spanish royal family, from financial secrets, shady political relationships, to the private activities of members of the Bourbon family. Letizia, a veteran journalist, is said to have recorded and stored all this sensitive information during her years of living with Felipe. If Villarejo is right, then just one move from her, a revealing memoir, an explosive interview, or simply a series of leaked documents, could plunge the Spanish monarchy into a serious crisis, even collapse. Felipe VI, a king with his hands tied? Many people believe that Felipe VI is a king devoted to his national duties and constitutional monarchy. He severed his relationship with his father, former King Juan Carlos I, when his financial scandals were exposed, and has always shown a serious attitude in maintaining transparency and ethics in the royal family. However, in his marriage, he became a helpless man, trapped in a relationship that no longer had love, no longer had trust, but could not escape. Commentators say he fears a divorce would not only hurt him personally, but also spark a political earthquake that would give Spain's anti-monarchist movement a boost, something he has always sought to avoid. Felipe knows that Letizia could end the monarchy with just one interview. She is more dangerous than any of his political enemies, a palace insider told the press. Letizia, Spain's most powerful woman? A journalist from the Asturias region, Letizia Ortiz has gone from being a journalist to Queen of Spain, a role she was criticized as unworthy of when she first entered the royal family. But after nearly 2 decades, she has proven herself to be a shrewd, determined and extremely politically astute woman. The criticism that Letizia is crazy or manipulative may stem from the hostility within the royal family and the conservative media, but there is no denying that she has managed to maintain her position despite the storm. She controls information, knows how to use the press, and above all, she knows too many secrets. This makes Letizia no longer just a queen, but a powerful figure who can decide the fate not only of King Felipe VI, but also the future of the Spanish monarchy. A quiet end to a royal marriage? For now, no one in the royal family has officially confirmed or denied the above information. The Zarzuela Palace has remained silent. Felipe VI continues to carry out his state duties calmly. Letizia still appears at public events with a perfect smile. However, Behind the lights and cameras, people are beginning to realize that the marriage between the Spanish kings is truly over, a formality maintained for reasons beyond personal feelings. One day, the truth may come out, in a memoir, a tape recording, or simply in the quiet demise of a symbol. But until then, Felipe VI remains the king trapped in an inescapable marriage, and Letizia, the woman who holds the key to the future of an entire regime. What is the future of the Spanish monarchy? Since the Jaime del Burgo affair broke, public confidence in the legitimacy and stability of the Spanish monarchy has been seriously shaken. It is not just a personal affair between a married couple, but a symbol of the entire nation that is being dragged into a tense drama of honor, power, and political secrets that could threaten the institution itself. The movements to abolish the monarchy, which have been simmering in the heart of Spanish society, are gaining more strength. Republicans now do not need much argument to counter: if the reigning monarch cannot control his own personal life, how can he represent a form of state that plays a symbolic but inseparable role in national stability and unity? Left-wing political parties, especially Podemos and some branches of the PSOE, have also begun to raise the age-old question: is it time for Spaniards to vote between monarchy and republic? Meanwhile, conservatives and royalists, while still expressing support for Felipe VI, cannot deny that the image of Queen Letizia, once seen as a symbol of innovation, feminism and modernity, is now a strategic risk. What nuclear secrets does Letizia have? Informal investigations by the press have shown that Letizia may be in possession of a number of top-secret documents related to the royal family's personal finances, including offshore accounts under Juan Carlos I and trust funds used to finance secret activities. The royal family's political ties to controversial figures, including businessmen, politicians under investigation, and even foreign officials. Private information about members of the Bourbon family, which if revealed could shock the public. The fact that Letizia, who has been described by the media as having a prodigious memory and the ability to keep detailed notes, kept these documents throughout her marriage to Felipe not only shows careful preparation but also raises the question: who is she really in this power game? A victim? A strategist? Or a rule maker? Prolonged silence, a survival strategy? To date, no one in the royal family or the Spanish government has made an official comment on these serious allegations. Felipe VI has chosen to continue to appear at international events, maintaining a calm and steadfast image. Letizia still fulfills her duties, always punctual, neat, with a standard smile and standard speeches. But it is this persistent silence that is most worrying. It is not a sign of strength, but of a total defensiveness, where all sides know that if one brick falls from the wall, the whole structure could collapse. A source in European diplomatic circles even commented, Felipe cannot divorce Letizia not only for emotional or image reasons, but because a divorce could lead to the end of the entire Bourbon dynasty in Spain. And if Letizia does speak out? If the worst happens, Letizia makes secret information public, or writes a memoir, or gives an international interview, the consequences will not be limited to Spain. In the age of global media, such revelations would reverberate across Europe, and could cause other monarchies to rethink their own regimes. The collapse of the Spanish monarchy, if it happens, would be a systemic shock to the entire surviving European monarchy, from Belgium and the Netherlands to Denmark and Sweden. And if Letizia really knows what Villarejo and the journalists are implying, she holds a political nuclear weapon in her hands, a bargaining chip unprecedented in Spain's modern history. Conclusion: a game with no winners. The marriage between Felipe VI and Letizia, once expected to be a symbol of royal modernization, has now become a giant political trap. Neither can back out without paying the price. No one dares to speak out, knowing that a wrong word could be the first bullet to start a chain reaction of failures. The Spanish people, meanwhile, could only watch with a mixture of curiosity and anxiety, because they understood that what was happening behind the doors of the Zarzuela Palace was not just a matter of marriage, but the survival of a regime, a symbol, and a part of the nation's history.